Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and today we have a big surprise. So, behind me, I think you already saw his ears, there's a horse. So, this is Hollywood. This is a client's horse I'm going to be working with for the next 2 months or so. So, he's actually our farrier's horse. He bought him and he's had him for about a week. He is going to be 2 in June, and I'm just going to be doing some groundwork with him and get the saddle on him here in the next 2 months. And I'm going to be working with him hopefully every single day and just get him super broke and quiet. So he got here 2 hours ago and I worked him in the round pen a little bit, and so I'm going to be recording all our footage with him. A series here on YouTube of me working with him. So that's the exciting news. In the round pen so far, at first it was a joke. I don't think he's really been handled at all. So like I said, our horseshoer has only had him for a week now, and before that he was just turned out on a field, never really handled. So this doesn't look like a huge improvement, but I am desensitizing him to the whip right now. Earlier, when I had just raised the whip in the air, he took off running around the round pen, and I was dragging behind him because I didn't want him to learn that he could just take off. I just kept applying the pressure until he stood still and was okay with it. Right here, I am teaching him the wiggle back up, and you just want to start out with super light pressure, just barely wiggling it, and increase until they take a step back. Your horse might rear, they might walk towards you, they might run. Just want to keep applying the pressure until they go off. And it does look very vicious, but eventually they do get way softer at it over time with just a couple tries. He already did it off super soft. So right here was also a huge improvement because he was kicking at the whip before when I touched his stomach with it. So I was super proud of him for letting me touch him with it. I'm asking him to yield his hindquarters, so just asked him by tapping the air and then rubbed him to a stop. And if he didn't go, I'd increase the T pressure by tapping him. And if he still didn't go, I'd just tap him harder on the butt and then rub him to a stop. Right here, he didn't go. So I asked more, then I got to his body, still didn't go, and then he humped his butt up, tried to kick me. So he did get a spanking for that and had to run a couple laps because it's not okay for them to be doing that. Here I'm desensitizing him to the bigger whip, the louder whip, and you want to keep applying the pressure until they relax, stand still. So he stood still right here. I made sure he just kept standing, and then I released the pressure, gave him a break, did it again. And you want to make sure you're doing all these things on both sides because it's 2 different sides of the brain, so got to do on both sides. He is still learning how to lead. This is one of the things we struggle with a little bit more. So I asked him by just giving body pressure and walking up, and he didn't go, so then I just pulled harder until he took a small step. So pull till he takes a step, then let go. Having him back up again. And then I was lightly pulling. He didn't come off the pressure, so I pulled a little harder and then a little bit harder until he took a little step, and then I gave him a release. He is still pretty skittish around people, so I did desensitize him to myself because a loud person makes a quiet horse. So I also did this on the other side too. Once he stood still, I gave him a break, pet him, told him good boy. We did it again. He still jumped a little bit. So just getting him used to me. Also did it on the other side. He didn't like it very much, even though I looked really whack. Looked like a freaking orangutan taking laps. But our friend that owned Hidalgo and kept him here actually sold him to our farrier. So Hidalgo is now at the farrier's house where he was, and he is staying here. So he's sniffing around. Oh, here's Max again. What do you think, buddy? He's getting a drink, that's good. The horses are eating, and I'm just down here watching these two, Max and Hollywood, to see if they get along, because Max is squealing like a little girl and Hollywood is pawing, so now they're eating peacefully, but I'm gonna practice roping because what else should I do? Please don't judge me at this, because I started learning how to rope last year. My neighbor was teaching me and didn't do it very much. And then just this week, in the past 3 days, I picked up the rope again and decided to practice some more because I really want to rope. So while we were down there playing with the ropes, Hollywood actually cut the inside of his nose on the fencing where it was pushed from Hidalgo before. So he was really good and let me clean up his face. It wasn't bad. It's just tender in his nose. He's fine now. But we ended up putting him in Max's stall and Max in his stall. And this was a decision my mom and I made. We did this to give my dad time to fix the fence so Hollywood didn't get hurt on it anymore because he isn't our horse. But you guys will see what ended up happening in the next video to Max in that stall. It is officially day 2 with Mr. Hollywood. Today he's very on edge and snorting and blowing, so we'll see how this goes today. I think we are going to start with desensitizing to the whip a little bit, and then I will round pen him. So let's get started. Come here, bud. So I'm desensitizing him to the whip, and I forgot to mention to you guys on day 1, we did figure out he is absolutely terrified of the dogs, and I made a rookie mistake, forgot to put Bandit away, so he wasn't paying attention to me and paying attention to Bandit, so I was still applying pressure with the whip, and he took off running. So then I made him run some laps around the round pen because I was mad because he shouldn't be taking off, and then I yelled at the dog to go to the kennel. So that was fun. Alright, so we've desensitized to the rope mainly, to the whip, and now we are going to just shake it all over his face and make sure he's fine with it. Good boy. Now we are going to do the wiggle back up. So with him, he was doing pretty good at this yesterday, but you start super soft, say back, back. If he does it back, then you increase the pressure, back, good. And as soon as they take a step, you release the pressure, back,
each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on two
you start with super soft pressure, so as time goes on, they learn that that soft pressure is what they need to go back on. Back. Good boy. Back. Good. He has gotten pretty good at round penning. Right here in the next clip, he actually turned without me asking him to, so I did make him work a little harder for not behaving. He does now turn to face me very, very well when I step in front of his drag line. Before he did turn his butt to me, but he has gotten very good and responsive at this, and when I point, he goes. I hope you guys enjoyed meeting Hollywood. I will be posting lots of update videos on him, and let me know in the comments down below what you guys would like to see me specifically working with him on, and I will see you guys next time, hopefully this Saturday. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, it means a lot. Subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this. See you guys next time.